Hi there, I'm Amanda with amandascorner.com. Today I'm going to demonstrate Mermaid performed on the Pilates Reformer. I have just one light spring on my reformer, and there's a few different positions you can do this exercise from. So, one of them is actually this, okay? You can do it from a cross-legged position. This is usually my third choice if the other two positions don't work out due to knee pain or if somebody starts to get a cramp in their hip. You can always come here and perform the exercise, and that's fine. One of my favorite positions is to take the leg that's closest to your shoulder rest. You're going to internally rotate. You're going to invert it, kind of like a W sit, and then tuck the toes behind the back shoulder rest, and then this other foot just sits right in front. So this is a great position to do the exercise from. Another position is a full side sit. So you can come to a full side sit, you want to square off the shoulders and the hips, and you can do the exercise from here as well. So some people's knees are not going to tolerate this internal rotation or this amount of internal rotation. Or from this position, some people will get a Charlie horse through the hip or through the tush area. And so like I said in the beginning, if that's true, come back to cross-legged and perform all of the other variations that we go through from here, and that's fine. Occasionally people can't get here. I have a few clients, or I've had clients in the past, that can't get cross-legged due to knee or hip pain or some type of limitation, and then I have them just hang the legs off and they perform everything from here. It's fine, they still get their stretch to the upper body. Okay, today I'm going to demonstrate it in my favorite position, which is one leg internally rotated, foot tucked behind the shoulder rest, the other leg up on top. Okay, oftentimes the position looks like this. So this hip, the sit bone, is way up in the air. That's okay. If you want to have some support underneath you, you can put a pillow or a cushion there just so you have something to set against. Sometimes that helps the muscles relax if they feel supported. What you want to be aware of is that you don't lift up further into the air as you go through this. No matter where you're at, you want to keep that the highest that hip lifts. You want to keep it heavy, like gravity's pulling it down. And if you're able to sit it all the way down, great, go ahead and do so, but it's okay if you can't. Okay, we're going to take the hand closest to the foot bar, bring it right into the center of the foot bar. You're just going to press up and out, and we're reaching out long into a side stretch. So as you come into this, we don't really care how far down you go, how much you bend. You want to lift up and out of both sides. You want to get long across the room. So again, we don't want the sit bone to be lifting. You're going to let the head hang so that the top side of the neck can relax and release. You're going to keep the hips and shoulders squared off. With an inhale, I'm going to use the top side body to lift me. So my ribs are going to pull in towards my hip. So I'm not letting the machine just pull me in. I'm going to use my core, my obliques to lift me. The transition here is important. It becomes an exercise in itself. We're going to balance off the arms and check posture. So my sit bones get heavy, my chest is wide, I'm going to lift out through the crown of the head, and I'm going to lower the shoulder blades down. Then with my right hand, I can grab the shoulder rest, I can grab my shoulder holder here, I can grab the headrest, whatever is most comfortable and natural. You're going to lift up and away into an opposing stretch. So again, I'm not just trying to crunch over, I want to lift up and out. When we crunch over, we create love handles. They're not so lovely. So lifting up and out will give nice, long, strong sides. Okay, inhaling up, we're going to release, and then I would repeat the exact same thing coming up and over. So perhaps you go a little further, perhaps it's just easier to come into it. If you're able to touch all the way down, you can stack your hands, open up that shoulder, and work on letting that right opposite sit bone get nice and heavy. Down into the cushion. You're going to inhale all the way up. Balance off both arms. This is really a lovely exercise. We're going to come up and away again. So this is an exercise that should look pretty easy. It's usually pretty intense. But once you get the rhythm and coordination of it, it should feel like a really beautiful exercise. It's very graceful, beautiful movement. Okay. Again, we transition, we balance off the arms. We're going to add rotation on the next repetition. So I like to take this hand and slide it all the way to the back part of the bar. It is helpful to have that wide stance when we come into rotation to get a little deeper into the twist. So as you press out, I like to lift up and over so we can really open up through the shoulder. So we lubricate the shoulder, and I already got a release right there. You're going to let both hands come down to your foot bar. So maybe your stretch is here. That's okay. You take it to where you have a nice twist. This back hip is on this version. When you come into rotation, it's okay for this to lift, but you want to feel safe. You don't want to rotate so far that you feel like you're going to face plant down into the springs in the floor. So you're going to square off the shoulders, lengthen the arms, let the head and neck relax, lift up through the belly. It's like you're pulling your tummy up off of your thigh, and then you're going to hold and breathe. This is a great stretch. So you might get this up in the arms, up underneath the arms into the armpits. It could come down the side body. It could come through the mid-back. It could come through the low back. Wherever you're tightest, you're going to feel this first. You may be able to square off beyond square with the shoulders. You just keep twisting. You don't have to be completely still here. As you breathe, if your body opens up, you'll move deeper. Okay, with both arms straight, an inhale draws you back into side stretch. Take an exhale here. Inhale all the way up. Release both arms. And then up and away. So from here, with an inhale, you'll twist open to the ceiling. You're going to let this top shoulder move back to the back wall, and you can gaze up to the ceiling if it feels okay on the neck. If your neck doesn't like this, just continue to look forward and relax the neck. Coming back through side stretch, we're going to do one more repetition with rotation. Coming up and around. Find a nice, good, deep stretch. And then we're going to add arm push-ups. So with arm push-ups, you're going to inhale and bend the elbows to the sides of the room, coming in but taking care not to bump your head on your foot bar, and then exhale to press out. As you press out, you're trying to twist a little bit further. You want to keep that new range with each repetition. So the idea is that you're sort of milking that stretch. You're just getting a little bit more each repetition, and then you're holding that as you push up again. Inhale, coming in. Exhale, press out and twist. Feels really, really good. And then you hold and breathe. So you should be in a really deep stretch here, but of course it's not so deep that you lose your breath. You're still breathing. You should be able to talk. With both arms straight, once more, you'll inhale back into your side stretch. Take your exhale there, and then inhale, back up nice and tall. And then up and away. And on an exhalation, you'll curve. So you're going to make a nice long C curve, hollow out the belly. You can let the arm rest down on your leg or on the machine. You're just going to round up and let the head hang. So this is to release the spine that often gets really deep into either the quadricep or back into the hip area. So just be aware of that. Again, if you start to feel a cramp starting, you can come back to just a cross-legged position. And then inhale and lift up out of it. So you would turn around and repeat this on the other side. If you're in this posture, you can turn around without having to get up and walk around by bending both knees and facing backwards, and then just rotating and flipping over. So you would repeat all of this. You would come over into side stretch, you would transition, up and away, you would do all of that again, then you would do one with rotation, up and away, and open to the ceiling, and then last time you would rotate, you would add 3 arm push-ups, and you would rotate down and over. So one thing that I like to do following this series is a twist, a spinal twist. So you get a little bit of twisting with your rotation as you come into the 3rd and 4th repetitions, but it's nice to do a really tall lifted twist because your body should feel very long, your posture should feel awesome after you go through that. So inhaling here, I take the hands and kind of walk them around so that they're going to grab hold of something that's comfortable. It can be you, it can be the machine. You're going to use your exhale, staying tall and begin to twist, and then looking over the shoulder. So your inhale takes you a little bit higher up, and your exhale twist. So several breaths, walking yourself around a little bit deeper. So I like to do maybe even like 6 breaths, and then hold it for a few breaths, and then slowly unwind. And it just feels so good. You get all stretched out like a piece of taffy. It feels awesome. So again, there's a lot of different ways, there's a lot of methods for Mermaid. You can have your side sit position, you can have the position that I showed you, you can have your cross-legged, you can have the legs hanging off, you can do just a straight side stretch, you can add rotation into it. So lots of things that you can play with, and you can get into some great areas on the body to release and stretch. It's also, I love with the rotation version, I think it's a great place to work on lifting the belly against gravity and then work on that thoracodiaphragmatic breathing, where you really are opening the ribs laterally to the sides of the room and funneling everything down and in. It's a great place to work on that. You can really feel the mechanics happening, or not happening if that's the case. So it's a good place to practice that. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at amandascorner, CORENER@charter.net. And try out Mermaid if it's not one that you normally do. It's so nice. I don't have anybody that doesn't like it. Or maybe one person. But almost everybody I have loves that. And even the person that doesn't like it is always glad that she did it when she's done. Alright, thanks so much. Bye-bye.